All right, what's going on, dudes, and welcome to ArmadaCraft. I thought I'd finally go ahead and make a video on this because we're actually nearing completion on a lot of stuff and hoping to launch a beta at some point in like the next couple of weeks or so. So lots of exciting things on the horizon. And actually, speaking of the beta test, if you're interested in playing on the server during the beta testing period, feel free to head over to the website at ArmadaCraft.com and just make an account. And the server will be reading off the database of registered users on the site to compile a whitelist. So if you have an account on there, you will be greenlit to play on the server during the beta test. Reason for that is we'd love to have people who are playing in the beta test give feedback by making like forum posts on the website and whatnot, letting us know what you think. So anyway, I know I've talked about this a whole bunch in vlogs and teased some photos here and there on Twitter and Facebook and whatnot, but I thought it was finally time to sort of drop down the veil of mystery and show you some of the project. Haha, it's a big statue of me. Woo! I didn't actually commission that myself. I just logged on when the build was being made, and I was pleasantly greeted by a big statue of my skin, which is pretty freaking awesome if I do say so myself. The build team who did this and the maps and the lobbies, friggin' phenomenal. So this is the main lobby. This is where you'll end up when you join the IP for the first time. And it's basically how you'll navigate to all the different mini games. For the most part, the way it's going to work is you join in here when you join for the first time, and then there will be different like portals and waypoints in these buildings as we add mini games. Again, we'll be focusing on Hunger Games for launch, but it'll be sort of a never-ending, evolving, progressing project. So once Hunger Games is all finished and wrapped and the server is launched, then we'll be adding in new mini games on top of that. So it should be a pretty fun, continuously evolving beast. So I'm really looking forward to it because especially with Hunger Games, we're doing quite a bit of pretty cool stuff that I don't think has been done before as far as tweaks to the game types, little additions here and there to things you can do in game that I think is pretty cool. And then there's also this area over here that I figured I would just show you because it's other cool builds. This won't be open for the time being simply because it'll take us long enough to fill out the initial lobby area with mini games and whatnot. But this will exist for overflow space when we fill up that part. That'll be a long time. But yeah, I thought I'd show you the builds nonetheless. The castle is like super cool. All of this is pretty friggin' cool because the builders are pretty friggin' phenomenal. So yeah, anyway, that is that for the lobby area. Let me go ahead and patch up this hole before I forget, and then we can head over into the Hunger Games area. But anyway, thought I'd show you this part just because I am always a sucker for really cool looking Minecraft buildings, and I think that this is pretty close to the best of them. So yeah, hopefully you like the design and construction as well, because I could not be happier with how awesome it looks. So anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and head over to Hunger Games. So I actually have a compass in my inventory, pretty standard sort of warp thing that's available on most servers. The Hunger Games is in here. If you want to walk to it manually, you can. Alternatively, you can click on the Survival Games warp and it'll just take you right to it. And then, yeah, click on the sign and it will take us on over to the Survival Games lobby. So this is a new lobby. I don't know how it actually works hardware-wise and server-wise, but it's a new map. Well, not a new map, I should say. It's just a different structure, different world that you're warped over to. Nothing out of the ordinary. You've seen it before on other servers, but again, this build is super sweet. I think this was an existing map, but the builders for it like made some adjustments and alterations, so it fit this here, and it's a super cool structure. I have double jump right now. I don't think I actually have OP on this server here, or this sub server. It's really really weird terminology when I'm trying to talk about different servers within one server IP. Anyway, it's all sort of beyond me, the technology that goes into it. But in any case, I'm trying to get, since I can't fly, I'm trying to get to like a good location where you can sort of see this map, because it's pretty cool. I guess I can go down to like the entrance area. Anyway, there's some like parkour if you're interested in doing that while you're biding your time not playing Hunger Games. But either way, just another sort of cool map to look at. This big dome structure surrounded by a bunch of floating islands and whatnot. Again, I like cool buildings, so I just thought I'd show it to you before going into the specifics of Hunger Games stuff. Anyway, the warp thing here should take me right back to the main area. No? Am I gonna have to work my way back up to the main area? Give me a second to figure this out. Actually, I think I can go back here and then rejoin, and bam, there we go. Okay, maybe something to add is just a way to get right back to the top here if you're elsewhere on the map. I'm already beta testing for myself here. Anyway, so this is the area where you'll actually join the games. Well, you can technically join from anywhere because you have the server browser booklet. But if you like to join the old-fashioned way from signs, we actually have a pretty cool sign system being implemented. These rotate and cycle. The algorithm hasn't been developed or fleshed out completely yet, but basically it'll be sort of like a matchmaking system where we could have hundreds of games going at once, but it'll display ones that like you can join and that are available, and it'll cycle them out as they get full. And so it basically avoids the whole convoluted bajillion sign display of you having to find what map is open. Alternatively, if you want that, you can go into the server browser booklet, and for the moment it's just a couple pages, but you can navigate the pages with the arrows, and then you can browse through all the servers and click on whatever you want to join. So it's a really, really awesome system. The guy who did this is frickin', he's like 16 years old too. It's like, whoa, you have a future, sir. Yeah, so I'm amazed by all this stuff still. But then you can filter by the different types of Hunger Games modes we're going to have. Again, none of this is set in stone, but what is set in stone is for the moment we're going to have 4 different types of game modes. I'm not going to elaborate too much because I want it to sort of be a really cool surprise, and especially sort of some of the stuff we'll be adding into the game that'll be shared throughout the different game types. Should be fun. I am looking forward to it, and I haven't seen much of the stuff on other servers, so it should be sort of a new kind of Hunger Games experience that you'll like. So yeah. Anyway, other items in my hotbar, we have the pet shop and hat shop. Basically, as you play and you get kills and you get wins, so on and so forth, you'll accumulate doubloons. So again, we're sort of going by the nautical theme here. So ArmadaCraft, doubloons, it's like pirates kind of currency. The name for premium / VIP will be Admiral. Haha, clever. I'm so clever. So anyway, in here you can unlock pets when you have a certain amount of doubloons earned. The only exception to that is Evel Knievel the Iron Golem, Ereg the Magma Cube, Gary the Bat, and Jerry the Slime. Those will be unlocked by actually playing. So like Admiral users who have accumulated that amount of wins and that amount of kills, it'll just be unlocked. So it's a cool sort of reward for playing quite a bit. So yeah. Other than that, though, these ones will be the more standard pets that can just be unlocked via doubloons, and it'll work on like a League of Legends style system to where you can play, you can accumulate the doubloons by playing, or you can, if you really want a pet, you can purchase some of the doubloons on the website, so on and so forth. So that's how it'll work. And same with the hat shop. It'll work in that fashion too. We're thinking of if we want to add like hats for people who are on the leaderboards, like, I don't know, gold, diamond blocks, so on and so forth, if you're in first place, something like that. I don't know. Again, a lot of things to sort of figure out. But what we do know for sure is that nothing you can get in like the hat shop or the pet shop or anything will actually impact the gameplay. Everyone will be on a completely level playing field at the start of every round in every Hunger Games. There's absolutely no such pay-to-win type mechanics implemented whatsoever. The game experience will be identical at the start of the round for everyone. So yeah, on top of the hat and the pet stuff, the sparkler is the thing that shoots fireworks for Admiral users, I think. And then there is the visibility torch, which basically if there are like 1,000 people on the server and you don't want to go through hitting collision boxes when you're trying to click on a sign, you can just click the visibility torch, and although there's no one else on the server right now to demonstrate, you'll just hide everyone else, and then you'll appear to be alone. You can just more easily click on signs. Or just be solitary. It's up to you. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think I pretty much touched on most of the stuff that there is to mention, at least for the time being. Again, I'm sort of leaving some stuff out because I want to have some more surprise reveals about some of the mechanics for Hunger Games. And yeah, so anyway, thank you very much for watching. And again, if you want to participate in the beta, feel free to head on over to the website, link in the description, and just make an account. And that way you can play and leave feedback if you have any stuff you'd like to let us know that you think should be changed and whatnot, improvements that can be made. And that will be that. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed and hope you're excited for stuff that'll be happening. Oh, by the way, I didn't really mention the leaderboards thing in too much depth, but there will be some cool like displays around the side here for people who are top like all time, monthly, weekly, daily, and kills and wins for Hunger Games. And when we add new mini games, that'll be a thing too. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next time.